Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a fabulous morning so far. Can you believe we're already in the middle of May? Well, I just wanted to take a few minutes just to talk about some things. You know, it is the time where you're seeing more and more listings come on, or you have more and more people thinking about listing their home. And so I thought I might give some ideas that are coming out there. We see a lot of homes that were on the market last year or even earlier this year, and they didn't sell. And you're thinking about selling again, but wondering what went wrong, why it didn't sell. So let's just talk about some things that we could do to help ensure that your home gets sold this time. So I have this article here, and if you'd like it, you can always private message me, and I'd be happy to send it to you. Just some ideas, and it's called 4 Tips to Guaranteeing Your Home Sells the Second Time. So how disappointing it is when you get your home ready, you interview a couple of agents, you put the house on the market, and you get showings, and it doesn't sell. And so the listing expires, you're discouraged, you've had to keep your home clean and perfect condition for 4 months, and you still want to move, or you still need to move. Or maybe it's a rental and you're wanting to get that sold too. So let's just talk about some of the things that we can do. Well, let's be objective in what we're looking at. And the first thing that we want to look at is price. So homes don't sell for 2 reasons: price and condition, or condition, one of those two. So if your home is in perfect condition, it was the price. If your home was priced right, but the condition wasn't so good, it's the condition. So there's a few things we can do in order to head off the path. So the next time you put it on the market, it's successful, you get it sold, and you get to move to that place that you want to move to. So the first thing, let's look at the price. Was it too high? What was the feedback on there? Did you get a lot of showings? If you didn't get showings, it's the price. So what you want to do the next time you hire your new agent is you want to make sure that they do a new market analysis, and they do comparisons, and they look at what things sold for and how many days on the market, and then be really objective to that, and be open to listening and looking at the actual market comparisons. Sometimes we as sellers, we get this price in our head and this is what we want, and it's not realistic. And so if you tried it your way and you had a price at the price that you want and it didn't sell, let's find an experienced realtor who can help give you the market, let you know, give you the comps, give you the numbers so that you can price it right. The longer the house sits on the market, the less you're going to get on it. That's just the statistics. So let's get it priced right when you get it on the market so you can get a quick offer on it. Usually that first offer is your best offer. So that's the first thing that you want to do. The second thing that you're going to want to do is you want to take an objective look at your property and try to do that, and maybe bring in somebody who hasn't been in the house maybe in a while, and let them walk through it as a buyer. What do they see? What is the condition of the home? Do you have chip paint? Do you have old paint? Paint is the number one thing that you're going to get your money back on. There was a study that shows that people who painted the outside of their home, they got a 100% return. And so look at that paint. If there's chip paint, fix it, repaint it, get it looking good. Have you done a good job at depersonalizing it? Do you still have all your family photos up? Here's another one. Do you still have those deer heads hanging up? Because you want to, that's personal to you, and you might love it, but it might be a big turn off to other people. And then look, is it cluttered? Have you done a good job at decluttering? Have you gotten rid of enough stuff? What we're used to is not necessarily what's going to look good on in the camera, on the website. It could detour people because it's going to make your space look smaller. So a good agent can go in there and they can show you what to remove, and sometimes it's moving around the furniture. Sometimes it's actually putting it in a storage unit, not your garage. Don't fill up your garage. That's a no-no. People want to see a good size, clean garage too. How many times have I gone into a home and the home has been decluttered and you go in the garage and it's piled to the top, you can't even walk into it. Not good. Spend the money, take the time, get a storage unit, move your stuff to the storage unit, declutter the entire home and the garage. Go through your closets, because remember, people looking at your home are going to open your closets, and if they're jam full, it's going to tell the buyer there's not enough storage here. I don't have enough storage. And so declutter those closets, remove your stuff from the closet. And again, put it in a storage unit. And then check out the decorating. So did you put that wallpaper up or hang those pictures about 15 years ago and they've never changed? You might want to freshen that up. So again, bring a third party in, somebody that you trust, and just say, hey, give it to me straight. What do you see when you walk in? How do I get the wow factor? We want to have the wow factor. We want that buyer to walk in and like, oh my gosh, this is it. Because I will tell you, when buyers walk in, they know within the first few seconds if this house is for them or not. I've had buyers walk in the living room and say, nope, and turn right around and go out the door. So you don't have a second chance to give a first impression on that home. So make sure that you do that. Is your carpet worn? Don't give a carpet an allowance, if at all possible. Get new carpet. Put new flooring in there. If you have vinyl that is ripped up, put new vinyl in. I see all the time, we'll give a carpet allowance. Well, let me educate you on this, because a lot of agents don't know this. You can no longer do that. You can no longer, if it is a financed home, and cash would be different, but if it's a financed home, you can not do an allowance at title. So don't let your agents tell you can, because you can't. It's no longer. A few years back, we could do that. We could say, hey, we're going to give you a credit of $2,000 for your carpet at close of escrow. And it was all good. It was allowed. It's no longer allowed. So that's not a strategy. The strategy is replace your carpet, replace torn vinyl, broken tile. If you have hardwood floors and they're scratched up, you want to refinish them. And one other thing while I'm on this that is huge, it blows me away when I walk in a home and I see dirty, dirty windows. I'm not talking just a little dirty. I'm talking dirty, dirty, dirty windows. If you don't want to clean your windows, then hire somebody to clean your windows. It's relatively cheap, and it's a really good thing to do. So you want to clean your windows. You want people to be able to look out the window and actually see that beautiful backyard and not see all the dirt on the windows. So create that wow factor. Walk into that kitchen and look at your counters. Are they cluttered and full of stuff? Do you still have Formica on there that has been there since 1980? Update it. Get rid of it and update it. It would be great if you could do a hard surface like granite or quartz. But if you can't, do a nice high-end laminate so that it's nice and fresh, new colors. And then fresh paints. If you have paint on the walls that are your fashion colors that you love, you need to neutralize them. You may love them, but the buyer may not. So you want to make sure that your home appeals to the masses. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you do neutral colors. Neutral colors on your walls, neutral colors on your countertops, neutral colors on your flooring. And that way people can come in and they can envision themselves in that beautiful living room or that luxurious bathroom. So, and then you might need to reinvigorate the marketing plan. That flyers and open house obviously wasn't enough if the house was priced well, because it would have sold. So hire an agent who is creative in their marketing and has some out-of-the-box ways of marketing that particular home, so that we get as many buyers looking at that home as we can, because that's what's going to sell the home, is finding that right buyer. And there's some things that can be done to help you do that. Make sure that the realtor you hire is connected so that they can connect with the realtors who have a lot of your out-of-state buyers. Make sure they know who they are, and so that they can market your home to those realtors so they can bring in the buyers for you. Huge, huge, huge deal. And then, you know, you want to consider hiring a marketing expert and not just a realtor, because marketing is how we sell homes. It's not enough just to put it on the MLS sometimes. And even though we're in a seller's market, there are some homes that really need some expert marketing. So hire an expert. And then lastly, you know, an experienced home marketing expert can assist you. They can assist you in the pricing. They can come up with an aggressive marketing plan. They can help you stage your home, they can help you declutter it and tell you which repairs to do. And so many times people spend money on repairs and they're not going to get their money out of it. There's no ROI in there. And then they don't do the important things. You know, they don't do the paint. They don't do the upgrades and where they need. Do you know that if you do a $4,000 kitchen upgrade, that can net you as much as $15,000? So, so make sure that you hire a marketing expert who understands those numbers for you. So it is that time. If you had your home on the market last year, you still want to make that move, you can always DM me, and I would love to chat with you, let you know what I can do to help. And a big announcement. So a huge change in my life. I am now a designated broker for a brand new brokerage that I am so excited about called Vaunt Real Estate. And we have some technology that is stinking amazing. And so stay tuned for all of that. You're going to hear more about it. But you can always reach me at kellysyouragent@gmail.com or 208-608-2791. I am here to help you with all of your real estate needs, and you have a fabulous rest of your week.